Alright, now let us move to question number 6. Express each of the following as a product of prime factors. Now I will explain to you all how to do this question. Express each of the following as a product of prime factors. Let me take the first one. Okay, you have to express the number as a product of prime factors. The first one is 105. So what you need to do is you can go to your rough column and factorize this number. Okay, prime factorize the number using prime numbers. So I cannot use the number 2 over here because the number is not even. It's an odd number ending with 5. I'll try for the next prime number, that is prime number 3. So how do you check whether a number is divisible by 3? By adding all the digits. So here I have 1, 0 and 5. I'll add up the digits. 1 plus 0 is 1 plus 5 is 6. So 6 does come in the 3 table. That means this number can be divided by 3. So I'll make use of 3. What is closest to 10 in the 3 table? 3 3s are 9. Since the number is 10, the extra 1 I will put for the next digit. So the next digit becomes 15. 3 5s are 15. For 35, it won't come in the 3 table, it won't come in the 2 table. So I'll make use of the 5 table. 5 7s are 35, 7 1s are 7. Okay, so I have factorized the number. Now children, if you want, you can use the 5 table also first and the 3 table later. But it is always good to go in order. Now I have to express this number as a product of prime factors. So I will write it as 105 is equal to 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 7. So this is how I express it as a product of prime factors. Now remember one thing here, when you are writing this step, make sure the smallest number comes first, followed by the bigger numbers. Go in order. So it should be 3, 5, 7. Now here, even if you don't do it in order, it is fine. Like even if you have used 5 table first and 3 table later, it's okay. But when you are doing this step, make sure that you write it in order. The small numbers first, followed by the bigger numbers. So this is how you will do question 6 in your notebook. Okay, I have explained one sum. I hope you all will be able to do the rest of the sums because you all have already done this. You all know how to do prime factorization. Now let's move to question number 7. There are some fill in the blanks. You all have to do this also in your notebooks. Dash is a factor of every number. I have just told you all which is a factor of every number. Yes, it is number 1. The digit 1 is a factor of every number. Every number can be divided by 1 as well as the digit itself. Then the second one, dash is a multiple of every number. Now what do you feel is a multiple of every number? Which number will come in every table? Be it the 2 table, 3 table, 4 table. Which number do you feel will come in every table? Very good. It is the digit 0. In every table you will get the digit 0. I can say 2 zeros are 0, 3 zeros are 0, 4 zeros are 0. So in every table the number 0 will come if you begin with the 0 table. Okay, so in every table the digit 0 will come. So I can say 0 is a multiple of every number. Dash is the only even prime number. If you look carefully at your sieve, which is the only even prime number? It is 2. Rest all the numbers which are there in the sieve are of Eratosthenes. All the prime numbers are odd numbers except for 2. So 2 is the only even number which is prime. Dash is neither prime nor composite. I had told you all in the beginning only which is the digit which is not prime nor composite. It is 1. The largest 2-digit prime number is dash. You all can look at the sieve of Eratosthenes and see which is the largest 2-digit prime number over there. And the last fill in the blank, there are dash prime numbers between 1 and 100. That also I have already told you all how many prime numbers are there between 1 and 100. If you all have forgotten, go back to the sieve and count how many prime numbers are there. Okay, so now let us proceed to the rest of the questions. Now in the rest of the questions, you have to make use of the test of divisibility. There are few tests of divisibilities which I need to teach you all. Okay, so in test of divisibility, first let us see how to do the divisibility by 2. How do you come to know whether a number is divisible by 2 or no? As of now, I have already told you all how to check this. If the number is even, that means if the number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, the given number is divisible by 2. If the number is odd, that is if the numbers are ending with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, that means the number is not divisible by 2. So let us write a few numbers here. Okay, I have few numbers written over here: 264, 837, 140, 253. Now, how do you verify which numbers can be divided by 2 and which cannot be divided by 2? So, for this, you have to look at the last digit. Okay, in the last digits, all the digits which are even. Okay, that means if it is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, if the last digit is even, that means that number is divisible by 2. So I can say 264 is divisible by 2. I can say 140 is divisible by 2. If the last digit is odd, that means if it is 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9, then the number cannot be divided by 2. So here 837 cannot be divided by 2. 253 cannot be divided by 2. So to check whether a number can be divided by 2, check its last digit. If the last digit is even, then yes, it is divisible by 2. If the last digit is odd, then no, it is not divisible by 2. Okay, so now let us check how to do divisibility by 3. How do you verify whether a number is divisible by 3 or no? Let us take a few examples. Okay, these are the two examples which I have, and I want to find out whether these numbers are divisible by 3. So what do I need to do? I had told you all this also earlier. You need to add up the digits and check whether the total comes in the 3 times table. So let us add up the digits here. When you are solving sums based on divisibility by 3, please show this step in the rough column. Show the addition of the digits and the answer that you get. Okay, so if I add the digits, what is the answer that I get? 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 4 is 15, 15 plus 0 is 15, plus another 5 is 20. So the total is 20. Now children, does the number 20 come in the 3 times table? Is 20 a multiple of 3? No, it isn't a multiple of 3. So I will say this number is not divisible by 3. Okay, so this number is not divisible by 3. Let us check the next number. Take it in the rough column and add the digits. So 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 8. 1 plus 3 is 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 8 is... Okay, so does the number 18 come in the 3 time table? Yes, 18 is a multiple of 3. So we can say that this number, the second number, is divisible by 3. Alright, so I hope you all have understood so far how to check divisibility by 2 and how to check divisibility by 3. Okay, so now let us see how to check divisibility by 4. Let me take a few examples. Okay, these are a few examples here. Now you have to check whether the numbers are divisible by 4. Now in case you want to check divisibility by 4, you have to focus on the last 2 digits. So what you'll do is underline the last 2 digits everywhere. Okay. Now if the last 2 digits come in the 4 times table, that means that number is divisible by 4. If the last two digits do not come in the 4 times table, then the number is not divisible by 4. So here the last two digits are 95. Does 95 come in the 4 times table? No. So this number is not divisible by 4. Check out the next number, 32. Does 32 come in the 4 times table? Yes, 4 8s are 32. So since 32 comes in the 4 times table, I can say, yes, this number is divisible by 4. Okay, this was not divisible by 4. Now when you all are solving the sums in the notebook also, children, you all can take a pencil and underline the last two digits and check whether the number is divisible or not divisible. Let's move to the next one. We have 47. Does 47 come in the 4 table? No, it does not come in the 4 table. So again, I will say this number is not divisible by 4. And then in the last one, I have 28. Does 28 come in the 4 times table? Yes, 4 7s are 28. So I will say this number is divisible by 4. Alright, so I hope you all understood how to check divisibility by 4. Now next we are going to see how to check divisibility by 5. Okay, I know all of you all know this, but once more I'll just repeat it. See your given numbers. Okay, here we are given numbers. We are told to check divisibility by 5. Now, when you all are checking divisibility by 5, you all have to focus only on the last digit. So, with a pencil, you all underline the last digit. Now, for any number to be divisible by 5, it has to either end with a 0 or end with a 5. So, let us see which numbers end with a 0, 5 or no. Now the first number ends with a 4. So I will say this is not divisible by 5. What about this number? Ends with a 0. Yes, if the number ends with a 0, that means it is divisible by 5. That one ends with a 5. So yes, it is divisible by 5. And the last one ends with a 6. So what will I say? Not divisible by 5. Okay. So this is how you check divisibility by 5. You just focus on the last digit, underline the last digit or highlight the last digit and check whether it is 0 or 5. Alright. So divisibility by 5 is also clear to you all. Okay, now let us see how to check divisibility by 6. Now this is something really interesting. Let me take an example. Okay, now how do you check divisibility by 6? Now to check for divisibility by 6, you have to use a combination of two laws or two rules that you all just studied. You will have to make use of the rule of the divisibility by 2 and the rule of divisibility by 3. You have to check whether the number is divisible by 2 and also whether it is divisible by 3. Now, if the number clears both the rules, that means if the number is divisible by 2 as well as divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 6 also. Okay, let us see. In the first one, let me first clear the test of divisibility by 2. So to see whether a number is divisible by 2, I have to focus on the last digit and check whether it is odd or even. If it is even, it is divisible by 2. If it is odd, it is not divisible by 2. So here the last digit is 2. So is the divisibility by 2 test cleared? Yes, it is cleared. So this number is divisible by 2. Why? Because it is ending with an even digit 2. Now let us check the test for divisibility by 3. So in the rough column, what you'll do is you'll add up all the digits. 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 1 16, plus 6 22, plus 2 24. So after adding, I got the total 24. Is 24 a multiple of 3? Does 24 come in the 3 times table? Yes, it does come in the 3 times table. So can I say that this number is divisible by 3 as well? Yes, this number cleared the divisibility of 2 and it cleared the divisibility of 3 as well. Now, since it is divisible by 2 as well as divisible by 3, I can say, therefore, it is divisible by 6. Okay? Since it has cleared both the tests, it is divisible by 6. Now, let us go to the second example. Let's first clear the divisibility test for 2. It ends with the number 6. 6 is an even number. So, this number I can say is divisible by 2. Okay, now the next is the 3 test. To check for the 3 test, I need to add the digits. That is 9 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 6. 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 2 14 plus 0 14 plus 6 20. So, I got the total 20. Now, is 20 a multiple of 3? No, 20 does not come in the 3 table. So, what will be my conclusion? The number is not divisible by 3. Okay, so though it was divisible by 2, it is not divisible by 3. Therefore, this number is not divisible by 6. Okay, so I hope you all understood how to check divisibility by 6. Clear the 2 tests, clear the 3 tests. If both the tests are cleared, then only the number is divisible by 6. Otherwise, no, it is not divisible by 6. Okay, now last we are going to learn divisibility by 9. Now divisibility by 9 is just similar to your divisibility test of 3. Okay, let us take an example. 87102 and one more example, 56329. So this is just same like the 3 times divisibility test. You have to add up the digits. The answer that you get, you have to check whether it's a multiple of 9. So take it in the rough column and add the digits. 8 plus 7 15 plus 1 16 plus 0 16 plus 2 18. I got the total as 18. Now this total you all have to check whether it's a multiple of 9. Okay. So does 18 come in the 9 time table? Yes, it does come. So we can say therefore it is divisible by 9. Okay, so you have to add. If the total is a multiple of 9, the number is divisible by 9. Let us try adding the digits of the second one. 5 plus 6 11 plus 3 14 plus 2 16 plus 9 25. Now, is 25 a multiple of 9? Does 25 come in the 9 table? No, it does not come in the 9 table. So, I will say therefore, this number 56,329, it is not divisible by 9. Okay, children. So, these are the main divisibility tests which you all need to know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9. There are more in your textbook like 7, 8 and 11. But as of now, you all just focus on these because the 7, 8, 11 test you all will be learning in your higher classes. Probably next year you all will learn all this. So as of now, just get a thorough idea of these 6 main tests of divisibility. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 9. Okay, thoroughly understand this. In your textbook, all these divisibility tests are mentioned. I want you all to write this in the notebook also. like divisibility by 2. The first line which is given there, a number is divisible by 2 if its unit digit is any one of 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So for all this test, the first line which is mentioned in your textbook, how to check the divisibility, please copy it in your notebook and get a thorough idea of it. Thank you children. Have a nice day.